Sup, home dogs. My name is Clemens. I'm in the groove with my other home dogs, Adam.
Sup, home dogs, at your service.
And Julius.
What's up, home dog?
And we have an offer highlight, suphomedogs345.
What a name. What a fantastic name.
Wrote stories for Halo and Percy Jackson, which the latter franchise, which we are all familiar with.
I have mild familiarity with Halo, none with Percy Jackson and the Olympians. So, we'll see.
They were all published in the month of June in the year 2009. I was alive back then, so I'm capable of riffing this. I have a cultural context.
The only thing I know about Percy Jackson is that the movie adaptation is supposed to be really good. Probably even better than the books it was based on.
Yeah, I heard that too. I heard those movies fantastic.
Definitely not saying that just to piss people off.
Okay, and we start with crossover. Halo and Percy Jackson crossover with the description, finish the fight.
Okay, we're gonna go into the story and finish the fight.
Are they telling us to finish the fight? Are we supposed to finish their fight for them?
One day,
I
the
hope
donut
not.
like Donut Reed got sucked into the story. It's gonna be our version of My Life with Tails. Gonna get sucked into the story, and then they're gonna be like, you guys have to beat the villain.
What the fuck? Cortana is my dad?
Cortana is your long-lost father. He just pronounced himself dead.
Okay.
I can't wait until Arbiter Jr. makes me crash into a tree again.
Arbiter Jr., man.
This is Percy's puff. It started out like this. I was walking down the street when I saw a meteor come down and crash into camp. That's when Annabeth came to me and said,
Percy, come quick!
So I went to the crash site with Annabeth. When I got there, I saw, and now no longer in italics.
Yeah.
A man in armor. It was green.
It was green! If it was red, then I would have believed it, but green?
Let that child alone.
When I saw something... When I saw something in the back of his head, I tried to touch it, but he grabbed my arm and said,
Don't touch her.
Wait, you're seeing a random guy in armor, no less, just on the street, and your first instinct is to touch the back of his head.
Yeah, this giant, space marine looking motherfucker who's gonna tear you apart. I'm gonna touch his armor, you see what happens.
Huh? Is he crazy? So I blurted out, what are you talking about?
Cortana. No, Cortona.
Who the fuck is
that how it's
Cortona?
Is that how it's spelled, right?
Cortana, I think. Maybe we switched timelines. Maybe we're getting Mandela affected. This has always been Cortona.
It is.
No, it's Cortana.
It is spelled wrong. I just checked. I had to make sure just in case I didn't want to sound like a fucking idiot. But yeah.
He replied as he was getting up. What's your name? I asked.
John Halo. I mean, John 117.
I'm John Halo. I was developed from the famous city of Bungie.
The 117th Spartan. That's the first chapter.
Okay, it was, I glanced over the title of the chapter, A New Beginning.
My beginnings.
Okay, chapter 2, Percy Jackson.
Why are all these chapters just 1 or 2 paragraphs long?
This was built for the ADHD generation. You know, they write these really short stories that keep your attention because you can't get distracted when it's only a paragraph long.
Insert commentary about YouTube Shorts / TikTok, even though this was released in 2009. This was still the era of like early nostalgia critic.
I mean, they had attention problems with their 10-minute YouTube upload limit. Now I'm just like, okay, what am I gonna watch while eating dinner? Oh, plagiarism and YouTube, short 4 hours.
All right. So, I guess this is my chapter. This is John 117's point of view. Who was this kid? What's your name, kiddo? What Master Chief ever calls somebody kiddo? It doesn't seem like something he would do. Maybe I don't know enough about Master Chief.
Maybe Master Chief wouldn't, but John Halo would.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Master Chief. Stay in school, kids.
Remember,
now
winners
we know.
Don't do drugs.
And knowing is half the battle.
Yeah. When you do drugs, you go to hell before you die.
I asked.
Percy Jackson.
He replied, just then I saw an elite cloaked. I took out my magnum and ran up. Is magnum? Is that supposed to be something else? Oh, magnum?
Yeah, Magnum revolver. Or maybe
He's like,
Magnum
no.
popsicle.
Nom nom nom, my delicious magnum. And ran up to it and put my gun under its chin, and everyone shouted in unison.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
What is
that
thing?
It's an elite, I replied. Then it growled and punched me, and then taking a kid hostage. Oh, that was really fast. Like, wow, John Chief sounds kind of... John Halo sounds like he couldn't really do a whole lot there.
John is just looking at the elite kidnapping somebody, and all he's seeing on his head up display is, please replace the batteries in your controller. Annabeth!
Percy shouted, that's when I've had enough. And I just don't give a fuck. I've seen too many deaths, so that's when my armor took control again, and I punched, kicked, and shot until I was covered in purple blood, and there was a pool of it around the dead elite. Well, yeah, I would assume so.
Did a spirit then go into the dead elite and turn into his previously deceased mother?
If not, what the hell were we even reading?
Yeah.
That's like... we need that shit in this story.
I hope this is going out after that comes out.
Mama Halo, is that you? When I turned, everyone stared at me in awe. Then Percy stuttered.
You and?
Then continued to gape at me, and Cortona said,
Good job, John.
Thank you.
You really fucked that elite up, John.
Get his ass.
Okay, next chapter. Master Chief.
Oh wow, this is slightly longer than the other ones. Oh, Annabeth's POV. He just saved me from that elite. Wow, he's dreamy. This like armor. You can't even see his face. He's like covered in purple goop, and it's like, wow, he's so dreamy.
It's part of the mystery, Julius. That's what makes me sexy.
This is how. This is what am I talking about? This is just how girls work. You save them, and they immediately go, "Wow, he's so dreamy," because like that's all they care about is like how hot someone is.
That's why John Halo gets all the pussy.
Wait, what am I doing? I like Percy, not him. Also, I'm a fucking kid. After all, he's way too old for me. I'm 15 and he's maybe 30, I guess.
That's even a bigger stretch. How would he even know that?
How old are you? I asked.
However old you want me to be. I mean, 30.
Wow, she guessed maybe 30 and it was exactly 30. Great. Is that his canon? Does Master Chief have a canon age?
Does it matter with Master Chief?
No, probably not.
Isn't the entire point of Master Chief is he's supposed to kind of be like he doesn't have too much character because he's supposed to be you. Like, you're supposed to kind of see yourself in his role.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't play enough Halo, so.
But the same thing is true for Gordon Freeman, and he probably has an age, I think. Maybe. Anyway. Yes, I was right. After all, I am a daughter of Athena. It runs in the family. Just then another elite came out and uncloaked himself. I thought we were done before, but John said...
Arbiter.
Spartan.
They must know each other from somewhere. I mean, Arbiter has more fancier armor than the other one that tried to kill me. Then Arbiter sighed and said...
Another one has gun rouge, yes?
Oh, hey, darling.
Oh, Jesus.
Afraid so,
said John 117. But what kind of last name is 117? He already explained it, man. Chiron galloped, he's a centaur, in and said,
I think it's quest time.
Oh, sure. This story is just Master Chief appears for no reason and then things just happen. It's just also enemies just spawn and then someone gives them a quest. 2 minutes later, John came back from the attic.
Well,
Chiron said. It said, 1 Spartan shall answer the call, 1 elite shall fall, 2 humans shall prevail, last shall be lost in space with hail.
Interesting.
Is there hail in space? I don't think that's how that works.
You ever hear of space weather, space storms, space hail?
Yeah, space hail. Chiron said,
You shall choose 3 to go with you. Why is Chiron calling the shots? Is that just what he does? I guess, is Chiron Chiron might be the famous centaur in Greek mythology. I can't remember exactly. Whatever.
It's Percy Jackson, so probably.
I choose the Arbiter, Percy Jackson, and Annabeth Chase.
John said, How do you know my name? I asked.
I have telekinesis. I mean, AI.
Fuck you.
Hey, ChatGPT, what is the last name of Annabeth?
Yeah, that's how it works.
How would AI help him, though? Like, how would that even... Well, whatever.
Well, AI just knows stuff. That's how it works.
Quick, Cortona. Google everything involving Percy Jackson and the Olympians.
Yeah, I guess the AI could do that. She could be in some database that Master Chief somehow has access to. He replied, tapping his finger to his helmet. Oh, I said. 2 hours later.
Choose.
Truth said while a brute was holding me up by the neck.
I choose.
John said.
Now, Arbiter.
Then Arbiter jumped over John and killed the brutes and freed Percy from his bonds. Well,
what happened?
So we're really just jumping from starting to quest to a perilous situation within the quest, within a paragraph. You could have at least added a line break.
I said asterisk, press the start button, skip cutscene, yes, asterisk.
Oh well.
It is, yeah, all the cool stuff happens off screen.
Goodbye, truth.
Up until now, everything was the truth, but now we're getting into the lies.
Arbiter, everything I know was a lie.
Wow, he's awesome. He just killed all 12 of these brutes. Cool. Let's finish this, Arbiter said. No, Truth said, went off with his head. It is done, said Arbiter as he held up Truth sets when John tried to override the controls.
Where are we?
Off-white.
Who the fuck is even Truth? I don't know anything.
Truth was a character from San Andreas. He was a hippie. He was always smoking weed.
Maybe they mean the Prophet of Truth from Halo?
That's probably it.
I guess.
Yeah.
Probably makes more sense than what I suggested.
But you should establish him within the story. I don't even know where we are and why we're even on a quest and what were the stakes. Just, there's nothing. We're just immediately jumping from, I guess we're going somewhere. Who wants to come with me to? Well, then this guy tried to kill the kids and then John kills the guy and then we're doing something with controls. Like, what are we doing?
With the help of Cortana, his AI, but when an alarm sounded...
Self-destruct activated.
Said the computer.
Oh, hell.
Oh shit, here
John
we go
said.
again.
Get them out, Arbiter. I'll find my own way.
John yelled when Arbiter lifted us up and went towards the exit just when we were halfway where a boulder fell on Arbiter.
A boulder? Where are we? I thought there was a computer. I thought we were on some kind of spaceship and now there's a fucking boulder?
We were doing some
is
Indiana
this?
Jones questing shit, man. Yeah, also, I feel like... I don't know enough about Halo lore, but those suits are pretty strong. Like, they're pretty powerful. Would a boulder really stop the Arbiter? Probably not.
Probably not.
Oh, remember the prophecy, one elite shall fall, to whom humans shall prevail. He was right. Come on, Annabeth. I yelled, she followed, we made it out alive and took a cab back to camp.
A cab?
Blood.
They had
told
self-destruct
G1
and controls that needed to be overridden. But it was a place that was just on Earth and there was also a boulder that fell on them within there. So I guess this was some... What was this? Syndrome's hideout?
And told G1 everything that happened.
We shall honor our fallen.
He announced to every camper on mission for
Every camper was like, wait,
working.
what's fallen? Who the fuck fell? But no one's missing.
Yeah.
What do you mean? There
Back
was a
in-
guy in a spacesuit and another guy with a spacesuit. Where were you?
Back in space.
Wake me when you need me.
Said John 117 to Cortana, and she replied.
It's been an honor serving you, John, if you know what I mean.
And he went to cryo sleep.
Cryo sleep.
I don't think you need the eye. So, what I love about the story, it's Percy Jackson characters are just tagging along to the events of Halo 3, and they do nothing.
They're tagging
John
along
and
to
Arbiter
like
do all the work.
random events of Halo 3 where so much is cut out in between that it's unrecognizable.
So, how many reviews does the Doofy 720 words get? Oh, 42.
Wow.
They are really... And they're a lot of these are really mean, actually. Like, I mean, this wasn't a good story, but geez, people are nasty.
Yeah.
I do like that in the chapter 1, Brother Sergeant Aaron, one of his notes are, longer chapters. People don't like it when chapters are less than 1,000 pages, at least. So
What?
apparently, the reason my stories didn't do well is I didn't write over 1,000 pages per chapter.
1,000 pages per...
They clearly meant 1,000 words, but come on. 1,000 pages. That was the problem with this story. It wasn't long. It wasn't 1,000 pages long. No, 4,000 pages for all 4 chapters. Jeez.
Jesus. The 2010 era fanfiction.net was brutal.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess 2009 era fanfic.net was people being very mean to you and roasting you about misspellings while also misspelling everything in their review.
Yeah. You know, Brother Sergeant Aaron posts on like every one of these chapters. Let's just like, here's all the things you did wrong. Here's like 1, 2, 3, 4. They took this very seriously.
This is serious, man. It's a crossover between Percy Jackson and Halo, written by what was probably a 9-year-old or something.
Where did the boulder come from? How is he still talking?
Where did the rock come from?
And he isn't even asking about the cap.
Woman, black guy, get in here! I found an irregularity!
People are so fucking mean in this review section. I don't know if we've ever seen anything this hostile. Like,
yeah,
it wasn't a good story, but calm the fuck down.
Considering how inoffensive this was.
Yeah, it was lame, but El Vagabundo Solitario says, this is a perfect piece of shit!
Oh, wow.
Calm down. Jesus. Okay, I don't flame often, but this story sucks!
This story was perfect in sucking ass.
You shouldn't flame at all. Be nice. Jeez. People are so mean.
If you're gonna criticize someone, be decent about it, please.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, people took this way too seriously. This is like when we read that, Why Did You Do It on Wattpad, that Pokemon betrayal story where there was like this one person commenting on literally every line about how much they hated it. I'm like, bro, calm the fuck down. Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully they're nicer to the rest of the stories, which we're going to read right now, right?
Yeah. Next up, karaoke. What happens when Percy and his friends sing? Find out.
I mean, I hope they have a relatively good time, right? That's what karaoke's all about.
So.
And it doesn't state it, but this is Percy's POV. Why did he stop announcing the POV? That was a good thing.
Yeah, especially if it's in first person, yeah. Alright, Percy, you go first.
Annabeth said, do I have to? I asked.
Yes.
She said, fine. So I picked up the mic and Tyson started the music. I don't know what we are talking about. Many minutes later, I don't wanna stop.
Lines in between, yeah.
Oh Jesus, shit. You know I'm one of a kind. I looked into Annabeth's eyes and she nodded and I mouthed, I know. Oh, okay. There was only one entire. Okay.
You guys know what song this is?
I don't wanna stop.
I don't know. We could find out, though. I know the next one's Iron Man.
Okay, that was a great first song. Your turn, Nico One-Shot Reel, I said when he got the mic and sang.
I am Iron Man. done.
He said. Okay, that was
Great.
chapter thing. Now we have chapter 2. A good chapter.
Oh, finally, a good chapter.
About fucking time.
Annabeth's POV. Is this an Ozfest? Both songs were Ozzy Osbourne. Sorry for the suckish first chapter. Sad smiley.
Okay, I know we are the last persons on earth to tell you that, but you don't have to apologize.
Yeah.
Yeah, either keep writing or fix the first chapter. Don't tell us in the middle of this chapter that the first chapter was bad.
Hey guys, let's play Counter-Strike Source, I suggested because the boombox broke and Tyson was fixing it. So get this, the story is called Karaoke, and then in the second chapter they don't even do karaoke. What were they thinking?
When do we get cinemas since suphomedogs345?
The chapter is called Karaoke, yet they don't even do karaoke. Ding!
Sure.
Percy said. Yeah! Grover shouted. I hope I'm doing a halfway decent Grover voice.
You talking about like Grover from Sesame Street?
Yeah.
You kind of want to go vectorish a little bit. If you go a little to vector, you kind of get hit Grover.
Like this, kind of like this.
Maybe that's a little too. That's too vector, actually. Yeah.
You're gonna get pwned, Jackson.
This really is 2009. Next thing, the controller delete characters are gonna show up. They're gonna be like, you heard about video game? Clarice also shouted, we have the majority, I declared.
Who wants counter-terrorists?
Percy said.
I'm team leader.
Me, I said.
Okay, you are second in command.
More like I'm gonna be in a coma. Percy said. Yes, I said.
Oh, I don't know.
Wait,
I don't know.
we need a countdown. We need a countdown.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
I'll do it.
Nico and Grover shouted at once.
The teams are even.
Percy said, we were against Silena, Clarice, Beckendorf, and Bianca. Plus we were using BB guns. Let there be pain. What? Wait, what? BB guns? Are you playing Counter-Strike in real life?
I guess so, yeah.
I wouldn't going out and shooting us with BB guns.
I mean, I'm not saying it's
calling it Counter-Strike would be a stretch, but calling it Counter-Strike Source is ridiculous.
This reminds me of back in the day. There was this when I was a kid and just got into YouTube in like 2012. There was this there was this like German comedy channel, and they would sometimes do sketch videos where it was like video game real life let's plays. So they'd get like actual let's players from that were popular at the time, and then have like real life scenes acted out, and the let's player would act like it was a real game. I'm thinking of that. There was a Call of Duty one, and that's all. That's all I'm seeing now. Percy dressed exactly like the Miami counter-terrorists. So you're doing cosplays too, I guess. I dressed like the stadium ones. Nico dressed like the dust ones. And Grover Ardzek. Wow, I mean, that's kind of awesome. At least they're having fun.
Yeah, at least they're, Let's go shoot each other with our guns, man. It's
Just-
fun, good time.
Bit unexpected when the story's called like karaoke.
But was that a good chapter?
I'd say yes.
It
I
might
mean, it
be
has, like,
their best chapter
Guns in
yet,
it, yeah.
objectively speaking.
Okay, chapter 3, get my head in the game. Percy's Puff. In the game.
One day the Percy Jackson crew got sucked into the game. Ow!
Annabeth yelled. She has a M4 carbine, Grover a bullpup, Nico is sour, and me a shield with a pistol and body armor with a helmet. What? The others didn't buy body armor or helmets? This was their first day playing Counter-Strike?
They're all naked.
It's their first day playing Counter-Strike Real Life Edition, at least.
Yeah. You see, I used my old baby mattress for the shield, and we had
Sure.
to duct tape some parts to the BB guns to make them look like the weapons of choice.
Do you think the author has done this in real life? Is this just them writing down the game they were playing like the week before with their with their friends?
Anyways, back to the fight. I'm coming, Annabeth. I went to her aid, blocking every hit with my shield and shooting back. I finally got to her and helped her up. She was back in the fight.
Thanks, Seaweed Brain.
We kept shooting until I got an idea. Put one hand on my shoulder and get behind me, wise girl. See what I told her? Now, whenever you want to shoot, just aim over my shield, I said.
Alright.
She said after a few minutes I nailed Clarice in the head and she was out. Annabeth got backened over and Lena and I got Bianca.
We won!
Grover screamed just when somebody evil came in. It was...
I mean, I was really digging this. This was just wholesome fun, I guess.
Yeah. They're having fun and not just tagging along with Master Chief anymore. They're having their own fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so AN.
I guess given this next chapter, I guess the person who came in, the evil person who came in, was probably the reviewers.
Probably, yeah.
Because, yeah, this next chapter, they're very upset.
It's called Anne. Are you blind? The plots are karaoke and Counter-Strike, people. It's obvious that you are too stupid to figure it out.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Wrong
no.
place to be useful, wrong you are. I give all the people that wrote bad reviews 2 thumbs down.
No, not the
All
two
this
thumbs
anger
down.
and all this anger and the authors not was for the bad review people. I meant no offense to the good review people.
That's good.
I'm glad
Glad
they
you clarified it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Again-
39.
The reviewers are so fucking mean. People are assholes.
Yeah.
Like, bro, this isn't even worth getting upset about. Also, I'm looking down the road. Aish Shiva says, P.S. reported for having song lyrics in it. Yeah, fucking narcs. Just narking on our fanfiction good times. Come on.
Yeah, I think you are the biggest loser if you are saying I'm an FF.net moderator. No, I'm not appointed, but I just go around reporting people.
Yeah.
I appointed myself moderator.
You know, looking at this, I'm not surprised that this person didn't write many more stories. If this was their first introduction to fanfiction, and they were dragged this much, yeah, their stories weren't good, but I wouldn't want to come back and write here either, you know?
Okay. But finally, we have better karaoke.
Ooh, okay, better.
I am so sorry for the first story. Gets down on knees. Please forgive me. Gets up. Anyways, this is way better.
Okay, big promises being dropped for us.
Okay. Oh shit, it's another in Percy's POV. So, all the Clemens voice lovers are gonna love this video. Alright, let's get down to business. My name is Percy Jackson. I will never reveal the artists.
I think you meant business. Also, what?
I invited my friends and my true love. I haven't had the guts to tell her. That's right, Annabeth. I got a clipboard and a pencil. Okay, what are the songs? I said. Everybody agreed on one thing. Duets and boy, boy, girl, girl songs.
What are boy, boy, girl, girl songs? That's a phrase I'm not aware of. Because all I can think of is the channel Boy Boy.
Okay, me and Grover.
3, 2, 1.
Heart like
Memphis. Me and Grover said.
3, 2, 1. Bartender song.
Bartender song. Luke and Nico said. Luke isn't evil, so Luke wasn't the guy who appeared in the last fic.
Guess not.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, girl songs will be announced later.
Girl songs will be announced later. The girl said.
Why?
Alright.
Do we need so long to decide? Or what's going on here?
They're those kinds of people who take too long to decide on anything.
Nico exclaimed. Let's get it started in here.
Oh no. Let's get it started in
Okay, chapter 2. Annabeth has a heart like Memphis.
Okay. Annabeth's POV. Percy is about to sing Oh My Gods, but I got completely embarrassed when Nico whispered to me.
Maybe you know why he chose the song.
He grinned at me. Percy in bold and growth in italics, both in bold italics.
She's got a...
Suddenly, boom, Linkin Park comes busting down the door, pushes Percy and Grover off stage, and then Linkin Park sung New Divide, then left. What? Nobody expects the Linkin Park. Nobody expects the American new metal band.
Yeah, it's part of their viral marketing tactics. They just bust in, perform a song, refuse to elaborate, and leave.
Should have been Limp Bizkit instead. Looks like it's set for some good old-fashioned butt-kicking, boys. Percy said.
Yeah, if you're an ancient DLDR viewer, you remember Goku and Captain America going to see Limp Bizkit. WTF was that?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good question, right?
Actually, I know. It was Linkin Park busting down the door and singing New Divide and then leaving. Like, come on, keep up, Percy.
Okay. So I'll admit the reason I missed my line earlier was because I was taking a glance at some of the reviews for this story. As you can probably guess, everyone's a fucking asshole to this writer again. Again, not a good story, but they were incredibly mean. Yeah. All right. I'm reading this review on chapter 1 by Aish Shiva, or whatever their name is, and they're being a jerk, whatever. They're being a review. Their postscript at the bottom, PS at the bottom says, PS, added to the disgraces to the PGO fandom community. So I looked this up. This community does exist. That they created for stories. Basically, they just categorized all these terrible stories together. So it's not enough to go and flame these people on their reviews. They also just put them in a group of stories together. Like, here's all the Percy Jackson stories I hate. Like,
oh, so maybe that's why there are so many people here.
Yeah. They don't have that many followers. They only have 9, but I don't know. It just seems like this is in 2009. I guess I'm hoping this person grew up since then, but like, you're kind of mean. Like, yeah, we also categorize stories together, but at least we're not like trying to be mean to the people who are writing them. We're trying to have fun.
We also don't go into the
You're
comment section announcing, oh yeah, we're making a meme video about you for all to see, ha ha ha.
Yeah, we're like, your story sucks. You suck donkey dick, and I'm also putting your story in my library of terrible stories. Like, come on. I can see why this person wouldn't want to keep writing, because, I don't know, this community seems pretty nasty. Like,
I'm gonna print out the story, travel back in time, put it in the library of Alexandria, and then burn it down.
But yeah, whatever. I mean, it's just unfortunate. But, I mean, the stories weren't good, but I don't think this person deserved this level of people shitting on them.
Yeah, they really didn't.
Yeah, so leave sub-home dogs alone, because they've probably moved on, and it's just more shit in the bucket in the review.
This was almost 2 decades ago. I'm pretty sure they moved on.
Yeah, but sub-home dogs, we will always welcome you in our community forum for sharing stories, and not out of disgrace.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess leave Ash Shiva alone too, even though they were kind of mean. Hopefully they grew up as well.
Yeah, otherwise I'm gonna add them to the list
of disgraces in the DLDR fandom.
No, it's just called the list, and nobody knows if it's a good thing or a bad thing if you're on it.
Yeah, well, check us out on Discord. We're a lot nicer than the review section.
And always remember, if you do not like, then do not read. Bye.
Later.
Bye.